Do we really think this is an ichthyosaur, or could it be something else? Maybe something that rhymes with kragan. You see, this page on the FB posted this lovely video. This video of what mainstream science will tell you is a sea dinosaur. But if you're anything like me, you don't really trust mainstream science anymore. And when you look at things that they find in the cliffs of the United Kingdom, and you're told that it's some sort of sea monster, well, if you look with unprogrammed eyes, you see what that is. You for sure see what that is. You see that it looks a heck of a lot more like this dragon statue built in Sylvania in the early 1900s than this cartoon picture of an ichthyosaur. Yeah, something's sore, all right, my brain from believing this nonsense for 42 years. But if you're new to the idea that dragons were actually real and dinosaurs were the fictional thing, let me catch you up. Oh, and stay tuned till the end because there's something you might want to hear about. First, take a look at what the 1946 dictionaries used to say. Dragons, now rare. Interesting. Let's see what Alexa has to say about this. Alexa, how many dragon fossils have been found in the United States?
The number of dragon fossils found in the United States is limited. Only 5 fossils have been discovered so far, limiting the knowledge about these creatures. These fossils are studied by researchers to learn more about dragon species and their evolution. While the findings are preliminary, they provide insights into the life and times of these majestic creatures.
So the dictionary says they're real. Alexa says they're real. Several weeks ago in the UK, they found a fossil that looked like this, even though they called a plesiosaur. That sure looks like a dragon to me. And just a few weeks after that was found, CNN reveals that their scientist actually unveiled dragon remains. Not to mention how they're part of the Chinese zodiac with all real animals, and how there are over 30 verses in the Bible that reference dragons, and how my friend Lori sent me this amazing 1922 dictionary that just happens to have the word dragon in it. And let's see what it says. Is it going to say fictional character, mythical beast? Or is it going to say something else? Winged serpent. So why would they hide it from us? Why, when you go to the dictionary now and look up dragon, does it say mythical monster? Well, I'll tell you what I think. I think it's because of that right there. And it legitimizes the Bible because it talks about dragons everywhere in the Bible. And I think we're living during a time of great deception. And the great dragon called the devil and Satan is loose for his little season and fooling the nations. And that's where this comes in. But I don't dare release hardly anything on him anymore because every time I do, I get account ban warnings and strikes and things taken down. So when I put it here, it seems to be safe. But let me just give you a tiny little taste on how that guy over there has been referred to as the dragon many times by Kanye, by the Chinese government calling him the Dragon King. But there's one in particular. One right here that you can read for yourself. The Grand Dragon of what? What is that? Right down there? Now let me show you one more thing before I leave you. Remember that name down there? Now, is it just me or is it a coincidence that that name that I just showed you sounds an awful lot and looks an awful lot like this, a Mesopotamian deity associated with wind and air and learning, and it's a feathered serpent that kind of looks like that. Wind and air and learning. Does that sound like anyone to you? Kind of sounded like Lucifer to me. You know, Lucifer, the Lord of the air and the bringer of the light or enlightenment or learning. You know, Lucifer, the dragon. You know about the Statue of Liberty, right? How that was its original face. It looks a lot like who just happens to, match up perfectly with facial markings and everything with him. Yeah, I bet this is just a funsies picture. Kind of like how this thing that looks like a dragon and is feathered is just another coincidence that who happens to be talked about with feathers an awful lot. Go check out this video. It's well worth your time. And the community is amazing, especially if you're on the FB, because there's just open-minded souls, willing and open to talk about anything and everything, and we share a lot. But of course, all this for entertainment purposes. Like I said, that's just a picture they made for funsies, and dragons aren't real, dinosaurs are. Duh. Entertainment only. Now this.